Well, I'd seen these boards, saw somebody surfing one. I just thought the craftsmanship was amazing and the wood was so unique that I had to have one.
We're thinking out of the box all the time. Design is a big part of my job here, and being able to conceive of things and engineer them and put them together in just the right way is something that motivates me a lot. We just had a passion for what we wanted to do. We just applied ourselves, and so that's really our qualification for being able to do it. And I think when you have that kind of heart and that kind of motivation, there's a good chance that what you finish with, your end product, is going to reflect that. We have a full line of surfboards that we build here in the shop, custom surfboards. But along with that, we also package them up as kits with a big, thick manual and unlimited technical support. And people have built those in their basements and garages all over the world. And we also hold classes here.
Little by little, we've developed a lot of shapes. I think we have about 20 or 22 different surfboard shapes right now. And it runs really everything from a 4-foot-long belly board to a 12-foot-long big wave gun that you would surf at Mavericks.
So of our line of boards, certain of these boards are suitable for classes and for kits. Boards like our 9-foot root and the 8-foot sapling and the steamer, which are long boards. We have some fishes. Also, we have boards that are much more advanced designs, like our Bonzer, which is a 8-foot board. It's called the Spray. Nose rider called the Cutwater, with special concaves in the nose for supporting a surfer who's walking out and hanging 10, as people say sometimes.
We started building boards, and we kind of quickly realized that what we really loved was the process of building boards. And, you know, for thousands of years, kind of in surfing's history, if you wanted to surf, you kind of built your own board. That's just what you did. Before there was an industry, before there were professional shapers. And we realized that we wanted to kind of share that process with people.
Well, I've been surfing for about 9 years. Heard about Grain through a friend, actually. And about a week later decided that I had to try that, and the boards look beautiful, and I really like the idea of being able to make something by hand.
We try pretty hard to make the process or make the boards available to a wide variety of people. You know, whether it's a custom board because you don't really have the time or the skills to build it, or you want to build a kit at home, or you come here to build a board in a class.
The classes run, 7 days, 4 days, all different things. We do little hand plane classes, which is a little handheld sort of body surfing device that lasts a few hours, and we do classes that last 7 days. There's a bunch of people camping here on the farm right now. We feed them a couple of meals a day. It's like family style, sit down type of thing. Yeah, it's great.
Ideally you want anywhere from like 1.5 to 2 inches of surface to land on.
Building the board, you kind of start from the ground up. You build the bottom of the board and kind of build up around the frame, and then today they put their top links on, which is kind of like putting the lid on the box.
I like the fact that pretty much everything that we use is sourced from here in Maine. So it feels like this board has a sort of a taste of place, right? It's like there's a connection.
Most conventional surfboards these days are made out of foam and resins and fiberglass, and most of those are, pretty toxic ingredients, and there's not a lot of things you can do with it in the end. We're really focused on using local, sustainable materials. So the wood we use is northern white cedar. It's all grown in the state of Maine, and it's being grown at a sustainable level. We really work hard to kind of use every piece of wood that we bring into the shop. So a lot of our smaller products, like our skateboards or our hand planes or our little body boards, are made from cutoffs from other parts of the process, so that there's really no waste.
What makes our boards unique is that Besides being made of wood, they're constructed with a hollow construction, so they're much more like an airplane fuselage than they are a surfboard. And so a lot of the same engineering principles apply to that. We start with nothing except the concept in our heads, which we then turn into a model in a computer. That's where our shaping happens. We're using some very advanced 3D modeling tools to develop these boards. And then it gets turned into a frame. And then from there, everything's built from the bottom up. It's very much like a boat is built.
Being with the guys, having great instructors, you know, being around the white cedar, using hand tools exclusively, really. So it's a lot of work, but it's a great process, and you end up with really a work of art.
The classes are truly my favorite part of working here. I mean, I love building custom boards, but meeting everybody from all over the place, Florida, Canada, Portland, Oregon, and then we have people from all over the world that even come. So it's a cool little melting pot that we get here.
It's not very common these days to kind of, you know, stop and think about the materials and the longevity and the process, and it really is kind of community building. And that's what this whole thing was about, and pretty powerful. It's awesome.